June 13th, 2023 was not a normal day for the Oakland A's, because instead of the usual few thousand people in attendance, 27,759 fans showed up to watch the Athletics play the Rays on a windy Tuesday night. The trajectory of these two teams couldn't possibly be more different, as the Rays have the best record in baseball, while the A's have been compared to some of the worst teams in MLB history. But something weird was happening. Oakland was catching a little bit of momentum going into the game. They had a 6-game win streak, including a win against the Rays the previous night. This time, however, things would be a bit different in the Oakland Coliseum, because people were getting fed up with greedy owner John Fisher, who had let all of the franchise's best players go elsewhere and is trying to move the team out to Vegas in order to squeeze out the most amount of money when he inevitably sells it. The city has already been a multi-time victim to teams going elsewhere, and with the A's rich history and passionate fan base in Oakland, this would be a devastating blow to many, which is why a reverse boycott was organized on this random Tuesday night. It was to show that despite the terrible attendance numbers put in the Coliseum throughout the year, there was no lack of fans to keep the team in Oakland, so much as there was a lack of care for the fan base. So, with an unusually packed stadium, the stage was set for one hell of a game. For Oakland, the starter would be Shintaro Fujinami, a Japanese pitcher brought on a one-year $3.25 million contract, who had been struggling mightily on the mound. With an 11.12 ERA going into the game, he got through the first inning unscathed, only giving up a weakly hit single and retiring the other batters. For the Rays, it would be a bullpen game, with Jalen Beeks taking the mound, and despite giving up 2 singles, no runs would score. After Fujinami's inning, the A's put in Hogan Harris, who absolutely shut down the Rays' offense until the 5th inning, when after Jose Siri hit a double, the fans had a bit of a message to send, and not for him.
He'll put the brakes on as Seth gets it back in. Crowd goes silent and now getting very loud at the Coliseum.
It was so loud that Harris thought his earpiece was broken, but in reality, that was the sound of a frustrated A's fanbase, fed up with a shitty owner. The Rays ended up scoring their first run on an RBI single, but after that, nothing from either team until the 7th inning, after Jace Peterson drew a walk. Then on 2 outs, Brent Rooker put on a show for the fans.
That is a fair ball, it's in the corner. Peterson to third. He's going to be waved home, and he will score.
In the next inning, Manuel Margot led off with a double, then got advanced to third on a sac bunt, but after getting a pop out then a line out, Hogan Harris ended his night with 7 innings pitched and 1 earned run on 84 pitches. It was his best outing by far. He truly showed up for the fans, but the game was not over yet. In the bottom of the 8th, Ramon Laureano led off with a single, got advanced to second on a sac bunt, then stole third, putting the game in the hands of Carlos Perez.
That's off the glove, and the A's will take the lead!
Oakland had taken the lead, but it was not over yet, since they still had to face the heart of the Rays lineup, and it would be none other than Trevor May, put to the task. To start the inning, Harold Ramirez lined out, but then Randy Arozarena drew a walk, and then stole second.
The throw by Shea, the tag! Got him!
It was an incredibly close play, but he was called out, completely changing the game. And after Isaac Paredes drew another walk, the game would be decided by Jose Siri. He had scored the Rays' only run of the game, and the previous night hit a 3-run home run. But Trevor May knew the significance of this moment, and didn't hold back.
Swing and a miss, he got him! And the A's have won 7 in a row!
What a game on the night of the reverse boycott. The fans came through, for the most part, so did the team, and so did the umpire. On top of that, all ticket revenue would be donated to charity, making this a major win for Oakland. But don't let this attempt to save face deceive you. John Fisher is an absolute villain for what he has done, but while he may hold the power, nothing will take away from the passion of A's fans who want the team they grew up rooting for to stay in Oakland.